Da-da! The stepping stones. Yeah. Just going to get across here, hang on. Da-da-da-da. Na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. Yeah, so today, I'm going to waffle on a little bit about mindfulness. Spoke about it the other day, actually, in my live. But look at this spot. What a place to be mindful. Wonderful. I don't know if you want to see it. Let me just turn it around. See if you can see. Whee! Mad, innit? I just got to get across here. But yeah, sorry, I can't concentrate. Just doing a little bit of a waffle about mindfulness. So I think it's really important. Spent a lot of time, talk a lot about achieving your goals and stuff, and spent loads of time on that. And what you find is a lot of your goals tend to be very external, you know, get a decent job, whatever. I want a holiday, whatever it might be, or fitness goals. Very external, which are all right, yeah, but do they need to be? All so external. What about setting some goals that are not external, internal? Being at peace. This is like something I've had for, I'd say about a year now. You know, pretty much my whole life you sort of chase external goals, and I just thought, well, you know, what about an internal goal to be more at peace? What's the benefit of that? Well, surprisingly enough, from what I've found, the benefit of having a internal goal, being at peace, actually benefits the external too, because you become less reactive to life events. You're a bit more go with the flow, letting go, right? And it benefits you in conversations, and I think people can sort of sense it. You know what I mean? Yeah, when you interact with people, they can sense it too. So I think there are benefits to building internal goals. So when I do my meditation with Roberto, my coach, I love it. I really look forward to it. It's really strange. It's like when you're in that, what are they doing here? Oh, chucking stones in. When you're in that sort of zone where you're kind of in that sort of meditation zone where you're just sort of going into that deep meditative state. To me, it's like going through a wormhole. You know what I mean? You're just trying to clear your head, or maybe just focus on your breathing or whatever you're doing. It's guided, so I'm doing as I'm told a bit, and it's mega in terms of making you feel more relaxed and stuff like this. But the other benefits that I found with it are your mental state, just your overall mental well-being. You know what I mean? You're less, I think it's connected to things like, what's down there? Let's have a look. I think it's connected to things like outcome independence. And I don't know if you can see this. Isn't it fancy? Do I like football? No. I'm just going to answer these questions. Do I like football? Absolutely not. I used to be a Liverpool fan. Just gave it up. It's just a big waste of time, football. To me, it's just a fucking massive distraction. So no, I don't really like football. Went to watch my local team, Bury, win the league final game, so I might go to the odd. People call me, fair weather fan and all that, but if you spend your life sort of worrying about, I'd rather play sport than fucking watch it, and also football. It's associated with going to the pub and getting pissed, which is not something I want to do. Rather read a book, meditate. But each to their own, If you like football, that's fine. It's just not for me. Yeah, so doing that kind of meditation and spiritual journey, I find, just in a graveyard, I find is really useful for your own mental state. What I would say is I've done a few videos on that. I did one, done a few with Roberto on my channel. If you go to look in my videos, probably in the general self-improvement, you'll see I've done a few interviews with him. But I also did one when I was out in Budapest last year, this time last year. And I think I called it like what next after self-development. And the idea being self-development, everyone thinks it's all about like hitting your goals, smashing all the external stuff, which is great. It's like, yeah, look at this. I'm only messing, but I train a lot. Yeah, great. Get in shape, I'm happy with it. But it's external, Got businesses. Yeah, great. I'm happy with it, but it's external. And then other things, but doing the internal stuff, the inner work, you could say it's like in a game, if you know what that means, Doing the inner work, I find, is massively important for your own mental well-being. Let's have a look at this. Would you rather walk around here for 24 hours or Birmingham for 24 hours? I don't really know much about Birmingham at the minute. I've seen some stuff in the news and saw like they're on strike, aren't they? And there's a lot of shit everywhere, like rubbish everywhere. Fucking council's gone bump. So I think something needs to be done about that. Try not to get involved in politics, to be honest. My politics are one of, rather than worrying about politics, focus on your own goals and sort yourself out. And those closest to you, you need an inner circle. And that's another reason why I think going on a spiritual journey is a good thing, because it benefits others. You set the right example. And something else I would say about it is on the video that I did in Budapest, which was something like, what was the name of it? It was What Next After Self-Development, right? Spiritual enlightenment. I used to think it were all woo-woo, right? But there is this model that I mentioned in there called the 9 stages of ego development, where you've got these sort of 4 big groups. You've got pre-conventional, which is just like pre-conventional thoughts. It's very simple thoughts, like mind worldview. Then you've got a conventional worldview, which includes things like devout atheists, which I used to be, like science is the answer. I was what you call an achiever, brilliant at my job. Science, 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 nothing else, not interested. So that's in there, because devout atheism is a fucking religion. And then you've got all organised religions in there. They're also conventional because they're a conventional mindset. And then what you want to do is move to post-conventional, where you can think outside the box a bit laterally. You're a bit more open to other things. This is, that's the goal. And then you got one called unitive. That's like, up there on the Hawkins chart, being completely enlightened, Buddha style, You can't, it's hard to get there. And even if you get there, I don't think you stay there. You sort of vacillate, don't you, whether you look at the 9 stages or the Hawkins chart. But you want to be higher, generally. You want your base higher. So you want to be in a post-conventional mindset, if you ask me. There's one of them called magician. I like the sound of that. I want to be a magician. So that's what I'm aiming at. All right. Don't know what you think, but yeah, I do find the meditation exercises that I do, that mindfulness is important, because you realise that nothing is permanent in this world. Why worry about it? It's also very connected to the sort of stoic mindset. Helps you be more stoic, which I think is a huge benefit. Right, I need to get back over here. Where do I go now? Probably this way. Yeah. Right, not really got much else to say on it. Are there any more comments? Can't really see because it's so fucking sunny. Yeah. Right, thanks everyone, whoever's listened. Don't forget to like and subscribe, by the way. Right, and yeah, go and check out my other stuff on smashing your goals. You don't all have to be. Oh, by the way, if you're going to go into mindfulness, what I would suggest is you need to do it whilst you're also smashing your goals. Don't be a complete hedonist. I don't believe in that. You know, the hedonist, just fuck all your goals and stuff and just be a complete hedonist. I wouldn't do that. I'd combine the two. I think that's how you can become most powerful. Right? Get subscribing. See you later.